Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Andrew Upshaw Fishing. Today we're talking about NPFL practice here at Santee Cooper. There's my boat. I just got done rigging everything out, and as you can tell, one thing's changed this year, and it was kind of a bittersweet moment for me, and that is adding that sticker right there. I know it's just a sticker, and some of you are going to be like, okay, what's the significance of a sticker? But like when you've been with an organization like Bassmaster for the last 4 or 5 years, it's pretty significant, and it was a really big change for me. And the big thing about the big buzzword at NPFL this year is no forward-facing sonar. So no active target 2, no live scope, none of those things. And so it really was kind of a learning curve, or kind of a relearning curve for me coming into this particular event, because coming into it, the last handful of years, I'd say 5 years or so, we've used forward-facing sonar, and it's not in play anymore. So figuring out how to go out there and just go do our job was kind of fun. It was kind of refreshing, because it was just back to the old school form of bass fishing. However, just as normal situations where Mother Nature has thrown us like the biggest curveball this week, I would go out on a limb and say this has been my worst practice of my entire career. And there might not even be a close second, especially for a multi-day practice. One-day practices, I've had some bombs, like go out there and get one bite or something like that, just have a bad day of practice. But here, typically on any 3-day practice, usually by bare minimum the second day, I've got them figured out, or I feel like I've got a pretty good semblance of what I need to go do for that particular event. That is not the case here. We got here on Saturday. It was 80 degrees, the wind was blowing hard, and the only thing I could think of is, man, these fish are going to be on beds, and it's going to be amazing. Well, that night, got a cold front. Okay, first cold front. Dropped to like 30 degrees, got real cold, and the fish were just kind of in shock, but I had a good day of practice. I had 6 bites, was it. I didn't have very many, but I had, a mid 20-pound bag, and I was really excited about that because I caught a couple real big ones. Well, day 2 rolls around, we have another cold snap. I had like frost on my boat. I took a picture and put it on Instagram. It was super cold that morning, and I had 3 bites all day. And I mean, daylight to dark, just busting my butt. I didn't care if I was flipping trees, rolling a red-eyed shad around grass. I did that a ton. Look for beds. I mean, it's just kind of an off day. Well, yesterday, or Tuesday, I guess, it was kind of a weird situation that we're in right now, but I'll get into that in a minute. Tuesday, I get out there, and I've got this plan. I'm like, this is gonna be it. I've got all these little baits tied on, and I'm gonna go fish my strengths. Well, that was silly, because that didn't happen. Didn't do worth a crap. And everything changed, and it just got worse. Well, then Thursday rolls around, Wednesday rolls around, that's supposed to be our off day, and it is. I go out and I work for Second Chance Animal Shelter here in Clarendon County, and it was awesome. Got to go walk some dogs, play some cats. It was a lot of fun. And I really like the NPFL doing that outreach situation. But got to do that. Well, as we're there, they canceled the first day of the tournament, which is Thursday. And not just cancel, they postpone it, which I think is probably one of the coolest things I've seen in tournament fishing in a while, because it pushed the tournament back a day. It didn't just cancel a day and say, oh, well, you don't get to fish 3 days now, you only get to fish 2. They pushed the tournament back to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so we still get our 3 days out there. So now, the last 2 days, especially after that storm passed on Wednesday, I have worked on tackle, and right now I've got 19 rods rigged. And some of you are going to be like, well, dude, you only need like 4 rods at Santee Cooper. And that might be the case for some people that are better than I am, or that are more on them than I am. But for me this week, it's been nothing but randomness, random bites, random baits. It's just been hard. I don't know any other way to put it. It's just been hard. And so having that understanding of what to do going in this tournament it's got a big curveball. So I know everybody's going to say it's Santee Cooper. A week and a half ago, BFL, they caught 35 pounds, and it was like 20 bags over 20 pounds. Great. It ain't like that right now. At least not for me. And the guys that I talk to and the ones that I trust that give me, you know, what they're doing in practice, it hadn't been like that for us. So it's different. And, you know, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, there's going to be guys that sit there and say, well, y'all don't have forward-facing sonar, and that's why you're not catching them. And that's bullcrap. The fact is the lake is off. I mean, you look at the weights at Kentucky Lake right now with the bass open, and those guys do have forward-facing sonar, and it's still terrible. It's just something about that 2-week window when those fish are really starting to transition, and I just don't think those fish have quite decided what they want to do. My game plan going into it is I'm just going to keep an open mind. I'm literally going to practice for 3 more days, and hopefully I'll land on them and figure out exactly what I need to do. But that's my update. I know it's kind of lackluster at best, but that's basically how my practice has gone. So, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm going to be running 2 cameras every single day of every single event, so I'm going to have more fishing content for you guys. I really appreciate everything y'all do and that y'all stuck with me even though I haven't posted very many videos. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video.